Take this. Find them.
Put down your butterbeer and ready your wands because Wizarding School is in session in Hogwarts Legacy.
Can't believe I'm here.
It's an open world game set in the 1800s where you're playing as a latecomer student. You're actually a fifth-year student arriving at the school, and the reason why you're arriving late is a little bit of a mystery.
In light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Really what we want to do is create like a space for all of our players to tell their own story as a hero, but it's finally that chance. I think so many fans have read the books and wondered what it would be like if they were in the shoes of the protagonist.
Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
The game is set more than a century before Harry Potter attended Hogwarts, for good reason.
One of the big drivers for us setting it in that time period was just making sure that you were the focus. So you're not being overshadowed by characters that you already know. We're really trying to set the stage for you are the hero, and the things that you do have never been seen before. They're not being overshadowed by other characters.
The path we're on is terribly dangerous, but I do not know where it leads.
Leveling up in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
What's up, y'all? It's Lily here at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. If you want to keep up with our full rodeo coverage, head over to ksat.com. Think I can ride this guy for 8 seconds? I think so.
Coming up next half hour, we'll see which Super Bowl fan foods are cheaper this year so you can be the real MVP at the snack table. And Sarah Costa introduces us to a fifth grader who's a chef running her own catering business. That's coming up. The Texas Department of Public Safety is not suspending any more troopers from the Uvalde shooting. What the top trooper is saying in response coming up.
After a devastating earthquake on the Turkey-Syria border, how San Antonio is raising donations to help those affected.
And outside with live cam. Friday morning, it's windy out there. Be advised.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning. It is Friday, February 10th.
Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us. Definitely warm coffee this morning. Very breezy out there.
And it's cool. 50 degrees. Feels a little cooler when you factor in the wind. And Mike says that will be an issue most of the day today. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. Yes, it will be. Windier this morning, but still very breezy later on this afternoon. So if you are heading on out, heading to the rodeo, got a cowboy hat on, you don't want that thing flying down the midway there. So hang on to it. And we do have some clouds. You really can't make them out too well in this picture, but that moved in here and that's acted like a bit of a blanket this morning. So that has kept us from getting even colder. Plus the wind keeps the atmosphere stirred up, but we're still holding at 50 here in town, mid 40s in the hill country. And the wind is still out of the northwest, 20 miles per hour, 23 at Honda. These are the sustained winds, 21 there at Randolph and 23 at New Braunfels. Then gusts 32. The airport at New Braunfels, 36 at Hondo. It's going to be this way all morning long. Not, like I said, not as gusty, but still gusty later on this afternoon. There is a wind chill to deal with. It really doesn't come into play when you're above 50, but yes, it does feel colder out there. It feels like the 30s in portions of the hill country. So needless to say, bundle up this morning. Mold, mountain cedar are both on the low side from yesterday's reading. It's going to be interesting to see if the mountain cedar season is finally coming to an end when the updated count comes out this morning, given the fact it's been pretty windy overnight. Now, throughout the rest of today, may drop down another degree or two this morning, and then temperatures are going to start to warm back up, but not that much. We'll only rebound, well, up to 50 at noon and then 56 for a high temperature. Plenty of sunshine out there, still breezy. Wind is going to be dying down. Once the sun goes down, it's going to cool off very quickly. So if you're heading out tonight, do take a jacket, and then really cold to start off tomorrow morning. Steph mentioned about warm coffee this morning, or hot coffee tomorrow morning, as well as Sunday morning. Good looking weekend overall. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Cavazos, any big problems out there?
Well, you know, roads are cool right now, Mike. You can take a look at US 90 at Couples. We have some busy traffic out there. That's always a pretty busy spot. 281 at Jones-Maltzberger. A few folks making their way on by it. Now 3 minutes past 6. So we're going to see a lot more activity out there on the roadways. Thankfully, no issues to report at this hour. I-10 at the Y, you can see just a little bit more action taking place out on the roadway, but no big incidents to report right now. You can see the map is just showing a lot of green out there and plenty of those construction spots. And of course, we're going to get to that a little bit later on in the newscast. But right now, if you plan to travel into the Alamo City, looks like things are still in the green heading in from Seguin along I-10 westbound. 29 minutes at this hour, a little more than half an hour if you are traveling along 87 northbound from Livonia. And for our friends down in Floresville, looks to be about 29 minutes to the Alamo City. Back here on TransGuide 35 at Martin, the commute is off to a decent start, I would say, but no issues to report at this hour. We'll continue to watch the roads closely and have those updates coming up.
Stephen, thank you. The Department of Public Safety has finished its investigation into how state troopers responded to Texas' deadliest school shooting.
The agency fired Officer Sergeant Juan Maldonado and is attempting to terminate Ranger Christopher Kindle. A third trooper, Crimson Elizondo, resigned before that investigation into her conduct was resolved. According to a DPS spokesperson, the 4 remaining troopers were cleared. After yesterday's budget hearing at the Texas Capitol, Director Steve McCraw says no other troopers will face discipline.
New this morning, 2 men are behind bars after the Jourdanton Police Department arrested them for trying to use fake money and stealing from a store. Police tracked down a suspect in front of a Walmart where they found a stack of counterfeit bills, drugs, and what police believe to be stolen mail from Atascosa County. Investigators say the passenger in the suspect's car was let go, then went inside the Walmart and stole an item while police were still outside. Both men were arrested on separate charges. We now know the name of the person who died after crashing the car into the Guadalupe River near Seguin. The victim has been identified as 29-year-old Noel Hernandez of Overton over in East Texas. Seguin police say Hernandez hit a guardrail and went down an embankment. The crash happened around 2 yesterday morning near the public boat ramp off of I-10 near Seguin. The vehicle wasn't pulled out of the water until around noon yesterday. A witness claims Hernandez was speeding, but there's no official word on what caused the crash. Overseas, more than 21,000 people now confirmed dead in the aftermath of that earthquake in Turkey and Syria.
Right now, we're learning new details about the help that's on the way. ABC's Andrew Burt has the latest on search and recovery efforts.
New video shows a woman being pulled from the rubble 90 hours after the earthquake that leveled entire towns in Turkey and Syria. A few hours earlier, not far away, this elderly woman pulled out alive from a partially collapsed hospital. And earlier in the day, rescue workers racing to a collapsed building, thinking they may have found someone alive. Working quickly but carefully, the workers reach those trapped beneath the destruction. Cheers ringing out as the family is rescued.
More than 3 days after they were buried, seemingly alive, a mother and a son rescued alive from under the rubble.
But scenes like these are growing rarer with each passing hour as the rescue mission turns into a recovery effort. Those who survived face a nightmare of uncertainty. Struggling with the grief of losing loved ones, many are now homeless. Men, women, and children gathering around fires with nowhere to go in the freezing cold. More help is on the way. More than 120,000 emergency workers from 75 countries are now on the ground in Turkey. One organization, Save the Children, is providing hot meals and baby products to people sheltering in a sports stadium. Also among the support teams, the Israeli Defense Forces, among the most elite humanitarian responders in the world. That team has rescued at least a dozen people so far, including a 7-year-old girl.
This is 100 years old.
The girl's uncle giving rescuers coins as a token of appreciation, a touching moment given the historic political tensions between the Israelis and the Turks.
I want to keep them for my next generation, but now I want to give them you.
So far, the U.S. government has pledged $85 million in earthquake relief. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
The devastation in Turkey and Syria is hard to fathom, and it's being felt here in San Antonio. In response, donations from around the world are pouring in, including from right here in the Alamo City. The American Turkish Association of San Antonio filled an 18-wheeler with winter necessities like blankets, coats, beanies, and gloves. Many of the survivors of the deadly earthquake, although alive, are left with nothing, and it's very cold there. One Turkish woman has lived in San Antonio since 2011, and she says the majority of her family is still in Turkey. She lost a cousin and the cousin's son in the earthquakes, and other family members are homeless.
It's a very bad feeling to be here. Like you feel guilty to be here. Like they are staying in cars and they're staying in tents. I mean, they are alive, but they are not staying in the buildings and stuff.
Hava çok soğuk.
And it's really cold.
She tells us that she will do what she can to help her family. The American Turkish Association says it is now focusing on sending money and medications overseas. We have a link to where you can donate on our website at ksat.com.
In your morning consumer headlines, after a 2-year ban in the wake of the January 6th insurrection, former President Donald Trump can post again on Facebook and Instagram. Meta says it will have new quote-unquote guardrails in place to prevent future offenses. In November, Twitter also restored the former president's account. So far, President Trump has not yet resumed posting on any of those accounts.
1Password, which stores users' passwords and sensitive information in a virtual vault, is moving away from passwords. The password manager will soon offer the option of passkeys. Passkeys allows users to create online accounts and sign in without entering a password. They're also a strong defense against theft.
Right now, we are at 609, 50 degrees.
After the break, ABC's Rena Roy tells us what budget-friendly foods will be the star at your Super Bowl party.
Also, meteorologist Mia Montgomery gives us a front-load look at the first night of rodeo. Grab your boots and giddy up after this break.
Let's rodeo San Antonio. Looking out there with live cam. The weather for the rodeo has been pretty nice so far. Right now, we're at 50 degrees.
Welcome back. 6:13. The weekend is almost here, and millions of people across the country will be watching the Super Bowl this Sunday.
So whether you're tuning in for the game or Rihanna's halftime performance, make your food table the real star of the show.
ABC's Rena Roy has some tips to save on snacks this year.
Whether it's to watch football, the halftime show, or commercials, Super Bowl Sunday has long been a reason to get together with friends and family, and eating is always a big part of it. According to Wells Fargo's Super Bowl food report, overall food inflation is up 11.8% since last year, but there are a couple of party favorites that are seeing price declines. Hot or sweet? How about both? The cost of chicken wings are down 22% compared to last year.
And that's due to more supply out there, better transportation, more labor.
And guacamole and chips can be on the menu with avocados down 20%.
We're not having the trade dispute like we saw last year. We're also seeing a better crop out there of avocados, more from Mexico and Peru.
Proteins like sirloin steak and shrimp are also good buys this year. But the news isn't quite as good when it comes to drinks. Wine is up 4%, spirits are up 2%, but beer is up a whopping 11% compared to last year.
So you might really consider maybe making some sangrias or make yourself a nice cocktail with those spirits.
Other ways to save include shopping around at different stores for the best prices and making your own fruit and veggie trays.
You can buy the vegetables or your fruit trays that are already cut up. It's extremely convenient to do, but of course you pay for that convenience.
Rena Roy, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Opening today, Rosario's will open its doors at its new location. The new 25,000 square foot restaurant is on South St. Mary Street. A rooftop bar will offer views to the Hemisphere Tower and other downtown landmarks. When the restaurant opens today, only the indoor dining areas will be available. The outdoor patio and rooftop bar are expected to open in early spring.
So view of the Tower of the Americas? Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, 6:15, and Stephen, did you said you got to check it out?
Yes, I went to their soft opening. Beautiful restaurant. And yeah, you do have a view of Hemisphere. You can see the Tower of the Americas, the Frost Tower. So congrats to Rosario's on their new location. It's gorgeous. All right, traffic looking pretty gorgeous out here as well. I can say that. 35 at AT&T Parkway. You can really see we're starting to see the commute pick up a little bit more out there. 35 at Alamo. Not a bad shot at this hour. 35 at New Braunfels. We have a few more folks out there. It is getting closer to morning rush, but no need to rush right now. This is really what we have been seeing throughout the last hour or so here on GMSA. Lots of green on the screen, plenty of construction to talk about. I mentioned this earlier in the week as well. We have some material haul off that's going to be taking place. That's actually tomorrow. So be prepared because that starts around 8 in the morning, should wrap at 3 in the afternoon. Westbound main lane exit ramp will be impacted to Lock Hill, Selma, and Vance Jackson Road. But you can head over to ksat.com/traffic for a full list of closures. We have a lot going on throughout the weekend aside from the Super Bowl, but make sure you plan your commute ahead of time. time. Right now, the commute is picking up. We expect that. Back to that Super Bowl story. What's on the menu? I mean, I make great nachos. I call them cavachos. Cavachos.
What's the secret?
The secret is me. The secret,
what do you put in your nachos?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you, but I'll bring them in here, and you try and you tell me if you like it.
Okay. So Monday we have nachos.
Why not? Let's do it.
Okay. I bet it's cream cheese.
Well,
you're
off Monday, and you're off
Heck
Monday.
Yeah, we're off Monday.
Are you
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Bring them in Monday.
All right, let's do it.
We don't care. So more for us.
We'll try them later.
We'll talk food all morning long. So let's get to the bus stop forecast. And we do have some clouds out there. Temperatures pretty chilly. I mean, we're 50 right now, maybe 48 degrees. It's going to be just varying a couple of degrees here and there. We do have a wind chill to deal with in some spots, and it is windy. Winds are gusting at 35 miles per hour, and it's going to stay breezy all day long. 56 degrees then for a high temperature later on this afternoon.
Excuse me.
Gotta go. Poor thing, she's got that little coffee thing going on here, so we are going to show you what's going on out there. I tell you one thing, this guy had a great time in the water yesterday. This was at a park over by Houston, but I don't know if that'd be a great idea today, because the water's probably a little chillier, and then you got the wind, although dog's still going to have fun. But anyway, thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. Make sure you send in some of those great pictures of the beautiful weather, especially today if you're going down to the rodeo or this weekend, whatever you may be doing. And you can see, we do see maybe a little bit of a star out there looking down to the south, or perhaps a planet. So we don't have a complete cloud cover out there, but a fair amount of clouds. 50 here in town, mid 40s in parts of the hill country. And we do have breeze coming in here out of the northwest, 15, 20 miles per hour, even 25 mile per hour, 23 mile per hour winds to be exact there at Hondo. Same thing, New Braunfels. These are the sustained winds right now. Then the gusts on top of that, 36 there in Hondo, 32 at both New Braunfels and out at the airport. It will be breezy this afternoon, or I should say windy this afternoon, not as windy as this morning. Still some pretty good gusts out there. Here's those little bit of clouds that moved on through overnight, acting like a bit of a blanket on top of us. So didn't get as cold. We're not going to get as cold as what we had initially forecast in the mid to lower 40s. We're going to clear out nicely by late morning and then going into the afternoon hours. Just lots of clear skies, sunshine out there. Once the sun goes down, wind's going to be settling down, and with these clear skies, temperatures are going to drop down very quickly in the overnight hours, and then getting down to 32 degrees tomorrow morning, so it's going to be really cold tomorrow. And we continue to get this dry air moving on in here, which doesn't hold the heat in very well and then warms up fairly quickly. But we're going to have some bone dry air even throughout the day tomorrow. Then that's going to start to shift around. The humidity will eventually come back on in here once we get into Saturday night, Sunday somewhat, and that's going to sort of set the stage for next week. Satellite picture. Here's those low clouds hanging around here. And upstream, nothing for the next few days. So it's just going to be absolutely spectacular out there for the next couple of days. So forecast today, we are going to make it up to 50 degrees at noon, sunny, still windy, still some gusty winds out there all day long, although not quite as blustery as this morning. 56 then for a high temperature today with plenty of sunshine. Then as we go into the next couple of days, like I said, down to 32 tomorrow, and we'll get up to the low 60s, low to mid 60s throughout the afternoon. So it's going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow, and 38 on Sunday, 62 then, and we will be up to 68 Monday. Very warm middle of the week, and then we are going to see another front move on through here by about Wednesday, Thursday. Steph is fine, just gets that little tickle in her throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Was
She's
under
good.
the weather yesterday.
She's right off camera going.
But we're glad she's back. 620, 50 degrees. Just ahead, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is boasting a lot about the quality you'll see at the upcoming Super Bowl. That's next in your GMA First Look.
Start your day with Philips Sonicare. Start it with expertise and with the total confidence that you've done everything for your health. Start with complete care with Philips Sonicare, so you will always get it right. Philips.
I got you, babe. Dogs help us live longer. Return the favor with Freshpet. Fresh, wholesome meats and veggies for the long haul. Freshpet.
If you've had thyroid eye disease for years, and things are a no-go because you keep seeing double, Your bloodshot eyes have you seeing red. It's not too late for another treatment option for thyroid eye disease, also known as TED. To learn more, visit treatted.com. That's treatted.com.
In this morning's GMA First Look, one-on-one with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
I think it's going to be a great matchup and a lot of fun for our fans, and I can't wait.
As we count down to Super Bowl 57, Goodell promising that the league is more than ready.
The idea that officiating, you claim that it's as good as it's ever been. Is there evidence for that?
You're seeing more than you've ever seen before because of the quality of the technology. The cameras are so much better.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll be live from the Super Bowl experience with more of our interview with Roger Goodell. Plus a preview of Rihanna's big halftime show.
It's important for me to do this year. It's important for representation. It's important for my son to see that.
And a big live surprise for some Eagles and Chiefs superfans. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Yeah, the start of the 2023 San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo kicked off last night, and it was such an honor to be out here for the special live coverage. And let me tell you, you could feel the excitement of everybody coming onto the rodeo grounds. They were just so pumped that it is rodeo time here in San Antonio. Now, of course, there are so many fun things to do out here on the grounds this year. Awesome food, the carnival, the rodeo events itself, all of the things associated with that, and plenty of vendors with pretty cool products to check out. Now, if you missed the live rodeo special last night, you can check that out on our KSAT 12 YouTube channel, and we have a full list of events happening with the rodeo this year up at ksat.com/rodeo. Reporting from the AT&T Center, Mia Montgomery, KSAT 12 News.
And time now, 6:25 and 50 degrees for now.
We are getting ready for the big game, and just ahead why Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has a lot to celebrate this morning. Plus, what's in store for Rihanna?
Let's look out there with TransGuide looking over at I-10 at the Y, where things are moving this morning. Happy Friday. We'll be right back.
The special counsel investigating former President Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election results subpoenas former Vice President Mike Pence. I'm ABC's Faith Abube in Washington. Details coming up.
Just now waking up this morning, it is cool out there, 50 degrees, but the wind is definitely the factor. Welcome back, everybody, 6:30 on your Friday. It is February 10th.
Happy Friday. It's a rodeo weekend, and it started off nice with the weather yesterday.
It did. Mike Osterhage joins us.
If you're planning on going to the rodeo anytime this weekend, fantastic weather. It is going to be on the cool side. Yesterday was fantastic in the afternoon. I mean, we got up to 71 degrees. It was beautiful after that chilly start. And now today it's going to be a different story out there, and definitely hang on to your hat. We do have some clouds which still aren't, well, maybe you can see a few of them out there in the distance. Other than that, you can see how we've got dry air down here at the surface because the lights are nice and twinkly off there in the distance. 50 degrees right now, dew points at 35, so very dry air, wind out of the north at 20 miles per hour. That's the sustained wind as of right now. Temperatures in the mid 40s in the hill country. The clouds have acted like a bit of a blanket this morning, so we didn't get as cool as what we had forecast yesterday, and also the wind is helping to keep temperatures up slightly. 23 mile per hour winds, Hondo, New Braunfels. We have gusts 32 New Braunfels at the airport, 36 at Hondo. That's going to be the situation throughout the rest of the morning. Won't be as gusty, but still very windy later on this afternoon. Wind chill temperatures 30s out there in the hill country, 38 at Bernie Stage right now. You will definitely notice the wind, and it will be keeping things cool all day long. Mold, Mountain Cedar are both on the low side. The updated count comes out in about an hour. It's going to be interesting to see what Mountain Cedar does with that if we are indeed at the end of the season. So windy, some clouds, upper 40s. Will drop another degree or two before it's all said and done. Sunny, windy, mid 50s. That's it. jacket's going to be a really good idea, and keep it handy because once the sun goes down tonight, it's going to cool off very quickly. We're going to make it down to freezing tomorrow morning and then stay coolish in the afternoon, 60, low 60s, both tomorrow and Sunday. So really, really nice days. Cool again Sunday morning. More clouds building on in here, and that's going to help out with a very warm start then going into the first portion of next week. Actually pushing close to 80, believe it or not, by midweek, and then another front's going to move through here, cool us back down by the end of next week. All the details, and we'll see if we can squeeze out any rain next week as well. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Cavazos.
Yes.
Anything?
You know, things are moving, and that's great. No issues right now to report, Mike. 410 at Perry Beidle, just getting a little bit busier out there. You can see some of these shots from TransGuide 410 West at Cherry Ridge, one of the busier spots in town. Thankfully, there are no issues that are going to slow drivers down just yet, but we are now in the thick of the start of morning rush, I should say. So just watch out as you get the commute rolling there. 281 at Sprucewood, you can see just both those north and southbound lanes. No issues right now. The map has been quiet all morning long. A lot of green out there, and of course, plenty of construction. Be on the lookout. We're going to continue to watch the roads closely, but this is a really quick traffic update because the only update here is that it's getting busier, guys. US 90 there at 35. No issues again to report right now. We do have a few stalls that have lingered around, but it doesn't look like it's really causing any issues in terms of slowdowns. Check your vehicles before you hit the roads. We'll have an update on gas prices if you have any big road trips coming up. That's in the next few minutes, guys.
Stephen, thank you very much. Top stories are following this morning. A traffic stop on the city's north side leads to a drug bust worth more than $150,000. This story's been trending all night on KSAT.com. Bexar County Sheriff's Office says this man, 45-year-old William Karachur, was arrested after cocaine was found in his vehicle. Deputies say 5 kilograms were found, valued at around $200,000. Karachur is being charged with possession and intent to deliver a controlled substance. His bond is set at $100,000.
The gift of blood helped save his daughter, and now the father of a Robb Elementary student is on a mission to pay it forward. Ruben Zamora's daughter, Maya, spent 66 days in the hospital after the Uvalde shooting. Our cameras were there last month as she met the people who donated for her. Ruben tells KSAT he couldn't give blood as planned on Thursday, but he's still encouraging others to become donors, especially minority groups.
Maybe it's scared like me, or it's just, I don't know if it's comes down generations don't do that or whatever it is, but you know, hopefully it doesn't happen to him to them what happened to me. That's the reason I'm here.
Zamora says he will continue to try donating in the future. If you'd like to become a blood donor, you can sign up with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center on our website at KSAT.com.
Now to the investigation into former President Donald Trump's effort to overturn the 2020 presidential election results.
As ABC's Faith Abube reports, former Vice President Mike Pence has been served a subpoena to testify in the investigation.
This morning, new signs that the sweeping investigation into the role former President Donald Trump and his allies played in the January 6th Capitol attack is now intensifying.
And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Special Counsel Jack Smith, appointed by the Attorney General just last November to oversee the January 6th probe, wants former Vice President Mike Pence to testify under oath. Multiple sources telling ABC News that after months of negotiating with the former vice president's attorneys, Smith has issued a subpoena to compel Pence's testimony. Former U.S. Attorney Barbara McQuaid on MSNBC.
And so I think the things that Donald Trump said to Mike Pence that could reveal whether he knew he had actually lost the election and that what he was doing was an improper effort to retain office.
Pence faced enormous pressure from Trump and his allies to overturn the 2020 election results.
I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so.
A mob of Trump supporters later storming the U.S. Capitol after Pence made it clear he would certify the election tally for Joe Biden. In a November interview with ABC News, Pence called Trump's words on January 6th reckless.
The president's words that day at the rally endangered me and my family and everyone at the Capitol building.
But it's still unclear whether the former vice president will comply with the special counsel's subpoena.
It's a big deal in the sense that it's part of the Justice Department and more specifically Special Counsel Jack Smith's promise to overturn every stone.
And a spokesperson for Pence did not immediately respond to an ABC News request for comment, and the special counsel's office declined to speak on the matter. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Southwest Airlines is upgrading its outdated crew scheduling system. The company says the software is to blame for the airline's Christmas week meltdown when it was forced to cancel nearly 17,000 flights. Southwest executives addressed the issue yesterday during a Senate hearing on Capitol Hill. They also apologized again to passengers. The president of the airline's pilots union testified that Southwest was warned about its outdated technology for years and did nothing.
As the Eagles and Chiefs get ready for Super Bowl 57, 10 former NFL players are suing the league's disability program. The former players say they were wrongfully denied benefits and that the NFL allegedly found ways to limit payments for their health problems. NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy issued a statement on the lawsuit that said its disability plan is, quote, fair and administered by a professional staff.
And we're taking a live look at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The countdown is on for Super Bowl Sunday with lots of excitement and hype around the strong matchup between the Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and the Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts, both originally from Texas. Mahomes was born in Tyler, Hurts born in Houston. And of course, there's the highly anticipated halftime performance from Rihanna. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has a lot to celebrate this morning. He won this year's Most Valuable Player Award at the NFL Honors. That makes him one of 10 players to ever win the award more than once. He joins a small elite club of players like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Steve Young. Mahomes gave praise to God, his teammates, the Chiefs organization, and his family. He hopes to get one more win in Arizona come Sunday.
And Rihanna is putting in the work ahead of her halftime performance. She promises it will be a jam-packed show. This will be her first live event in 7 years. The 9-time Grammy Award winner has 14 #1 Billboard Hot 100 hits. Kickoff for the big game is set for 5:30 on Sunday. And just ahead on GMSA, overcoming struggles through cooking. You don't want to miss how one young lady is leaving a big impact in the culinary world.
And before we head to break, one of the most influential composers of the 20th century, Burt Bacharach, has died at the age of 94.
Tributes are pouring in for the pop music icon known for writing hits for everyone from Dionne Warwick to the Carpenters.
Here's ABC's Will Gans with a look back at Burt's life.
Burt Bacharach, the man behind some of the biggest hits in American pop music history. Passing away at 94 years old, a chorus of voices celebrating his legacy. Diane Warren writing, "The songwriting world has lost its Beethoven today." Rick Astley adding, "We use the term legend too often, but in the case of Burt Bacharach, it's the only word that fits." But Bacharach's most prolific songwriting collaboration was with Dionne Warwick. Bacharach and Warwick met in 1962 when she was singing backup for the Drifters. This morning, Warwick, writing in part, "Burt's transition is like losing a family member. These words I've been asked to write are being written with sadness over the loss of my dear friend and my musical partner." Bacharach's songwriting transcended radio play, winning 6 Grammys and 3 Oscars, including one for this Best Original Song. Raindrops are falling on my head. His songs even finding their way onto the big screen.
That's what friends are for, in good times and bad times.
Bacharach even tackling Broadway, writing the score for Promises, Promises. In 2012, Bacharach received the Gershwin Prize for Popular Song from the Library of Congress, reflecting on his legacy.
Maybe make people feel good, feel something, feel something in their heart. That's a big plus. Didn't know that was going to happen.
Songs composed by Burt Bacharach have been recorded by more than 1,000 different artists. Bacharach was 94 years old. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Welcome back. It's 6:43. At 12 years old, she has been coded an executive junior sous chef and even started her own catering business.
Love this story. This morning, we introduced you to Chef Vicky and hear from her mom about why cooking put her daughter on a path to success.
Sarah Costa has a story.
Keeping your kitchen and food clean, handling sharp objects, and dealing with high heat are all responsibilities chefs deal with in a kitchen. And this 12-year-old junior executive sous chef does all of them.
My dream when I become an adult is to open my own restaurant.
Since she was 8, fifth grader Victoria Taylor has been training in a professional kitchen and been coated by an executive chef. She has even started her own catering business, Chef Vicky, that her mother and sister help her run. Her mother, Tori, says Victoria has ADHD, and her daughter's future wasn't always so bright.
Victoria was a child that was always in the principal's office. She was failing every single subject, N's and U's in conduct. And at that point, I was just at my wit's end. I didn't know, what to do. And so this was kind of like, I hope it worked, and thank God it did.
It helps me stay focused, and it helped me keep my mind off of like having bad behavior in class.
And you can't play in the kitchen. There's knives and there's heat and there's all that kind of stuff, but it's just giving her, someone giving her more responsibility.
And it gave her purpose.
It's a big step from where Victoria was. It was from people not wanting their kids around her to her actually being a role model to kids in the classroom.
Victoria has catered several events, doing a wide range of foods, from soul food to an all-vegan menu. This Valentine's, she's taking orders as well. She hopes to get a scholarship to culinary school after high school. Victoria is even working on teaching cooking classes for other kids who have ADHD like her.
I want to help other people, not only people with ADHD because I suffered ADHD, but because I want people to know that if you want to do a dream, you could pursue it.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
I all of a sudden got pretty hungry, and I'm pretty sure Chef Vicky will be whipping up some treats for Super Bowl Sunday. Great story, Sarah. Thank you. All right, let's get a quick look here at 410 at Perrin Bidal. I know the camera's moving around right now. Our friends at TransGuide were able to detect a stalled vehicle, and now you can see they're whipping that camera around and getting a look at traffic, and we still have that stalled vehicle out there. This doesn't really look like it's impacting a lot of traffic. What we are seeing is a normal commute. We are starting morning rush, and folks are already getting the day started out on the roadways, so watch out. This does look like it's off in the shoulder lane. So again, we're not really seeing an impact with traffic just yet, but we bring you into the map and you really are starting to see a little bit more congestion out there. As promised, here are today's gas prices. According to AAA, we are seeing the average gas price in Bexar County is $2.92. Around the country, or around the state, I should say, $3.01. And around the country, $3.43. And AAA actually reports we've seen gas prices drop since late January, and they say that could be due to lower oil prices, which is obviously a big contributor. So if you have to fuel up before any big road trips, know what to expect. I know Mike and I talk about what you see at the gas station, but falling gas prices isn't a bad thing, but it's not necessarily where we would like to see it.
No. Yesterday, I was thinking about you because I had to stop and get gas, and there's one gas station, it was like $2.65, and I thought, well, I've got to run some errands over here. Should be down the street, should be the same. No, it was like $2.80. I was like, so anyway, beautiful picture there. Just a couple of wispy clouds from a couple of days ago. On the way to have some margaritas on the patio. If you are having margaritas on the patio this evening, take a jacket with you because it is going to be really chilly out there. Now we can see just a couple of those clouds as the sun is trying to think about coming up there. Just a few of them are hanging around here. We had the move in overnight and that acted like a little bit of a blanket. Mid-40s hill country, 50s in and around town, 49 right now in Seguin. And boy, that wind, definitely going to notice it. You probably heard it overnight. And watch out for stuff in the street this morning. Saw a bunch of roadsides down all over the place, garbage cans, everything else. And we've got wind gusts right now, 32 out there at the airport. Same thing New Braunfels, 36 in Hondo. And it's going to stay very blustery pretty much all day long. The windiest part of the day will be right now. Temperatures may fluctuate a degree or two when it's all said and done, upper 40s. And then we make it back up to 52 at 1 o'clock, 50 at noon, and then 56 for a high temperature later on today, which is 15 degrees below where we were yesterday, about 10 below normal. And again, still windy. Now, once the sun goes down, wind's going to die down. Like I said, then it cools off very quickly. There's some of those clouds that moved on in here. They will be getting out of here by late this morning and afternoon. Nothing but sunshine out there, beautiful blue skies. And that's going to be the case then all the way through first half of the weekend. We're going to see more clouds move on in here by Sunday. So we had that first front and low move through here, gave us the rain a couple of days ago. And this is sort of the secondary one. It is producing a little bit of light rain to the north of us, but this is what's pulling down that colder air with that front that moved through last night. So that keeps us very cold tomorrow, as well as cold in the morning, and then staying right around 60. Then as we go into Sunday, this next low is going to start to throw some more moisture in here. So that's why the clouds are going to be increasing. That is going to once again be a little too far north to really do us much good. As far as rain, there is going to be a couple of showers out there late Monday, early Tuesday. Not that much. We do have another low, which is going to try and move on in here. This is going to help to warm things up, preceding this moving on through. So it gets very warm on Wednesday. Then that's going to pull down another shot of colder air coming in here by then Thursday. Another front Wednesday into Thursday. So forecast today, 50, sunny, windy at noon, 56, 10 below normal. Jacket's a pretty good idea all day long, given the fact that it is still going to be blustery all day long. Then we go into the next couple of days, and we will see temperatures get down to 32. Tomorrow, 63 in the afternoon, and sunny skies. More clouds on Sunday, 78 Wednesday, but then the next front moves through on Thursday, or Wednesday into Thursday.
Nice weekend, nice Valentine's Day.
Great looking weekend. Yes, beautiful Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Mike.
6:50, 49 degrees.
And looking ahead, Valentine's Day is coming up pretty fast. So love is in the air. But can it heal your heart? Tomorrow on GMSA, we're going to have some answers.
Outside with live cam on your Friday morning, or we're going to wrap up GMSA after this.
What's up, y'all? It's Lily here at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. If you want to keep up with our full rodeo coverage, head over to ksat.com. Think I can ride this guy for 8 seconds? I think so.
Hi, y'all. It's Sarah, and it's time to dust off y'all's boots and hitch a ride to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, where you can enjoy livestock and fun shows. Let's rodeo, San Antonio.
Hey, y'all. It's Kelly here at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo on opening day here at the carnival. If you would like to have fun just like I am, go to ksat.com/rodeo for more information.
Having a good time at the rodeo.
All three of our awesome interns there, they're having a great time out there.
Yes. Time now, 6:54. Let's go ahead and toss to Stephen Cavazos.
Yeah, let's rodeo San Antonio. All right, 410 at Perrin Vital. We still have the stalled vehicle, so watch out as you are making your way along 410. I believe this is in the westbound lanes, but you can see it's off in the shoulder. It's not impacting the majority of traffic, but it is getting a little bit busier out there. Let's get you a look at the map, and you are starting to see a little bit more of that congestion build up out there. Typically around the spot US 90 eastbound, that's normal. We're going to start to see a lot more activity out there. Traveling in from Castroville, just watch out because you'll get stuck in some of that traffic. Northwest side, as well as 1604 near Helotes, and of course 35 southbound, we're going to start to see a lot more red take over the map. But morning rushes here, and thankfully no major issues to report as you can get to some travel times there. Just about a 30-minute drive if you are making your way from 281 southbound and Bulverde. Other than that, we do obviously have some construction, but we'll have more on that a little bit later. Head over to ksat.com/traffic for a full list of closures, Mike.
There's a view of some of those clouds we have out there this morning, and they were going to be getting on out of here by mid to late morning hours. 49 right now at the airport, 45 Comfort, and then we still got those winds, 15, 20 mile per hour winds, gusts on top of that. 37 now at the airport, 38 at New Braunfels, and we're going to be up to 56 later on today. Very blustery all day long. Good looking weekend in store.
Chiefs or Eagles?
I think Eagles this year.
Steph?
I was with Chiefs. Now I'm kind of like, eh.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Okay.
All right.
We'll see how it goes.
Mahomes ankle? Okay.
I don't think it's 100%.
Yeah,
but I don't know many.
But that's his shtick. He runs around, so.
We'll see.
Exactly.
Have a great weekend, guys.